Good morning. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and I weighed myself, and I am down 1.6 pounds, which is great. Um, I hardly ever weigh myself, and I haven't lost very much the whole 13 weeks. Yay, 13 weeks today of doing keto. So I'd say 1.6 pounds in a week is awesome. Today is 13 weeks. I'm super excited. I'm almost packed for camp. I do have to run some errands and get some stuff done, and there's some cleaning I want to do in the house, and then the big part of my day is making all my meals that I'm bringing up. So that is going to kind of be a pain, but I know my girls will help with that, so I'll be fine. Um, as I mentioned, I weighed in this morning, and I'm down 1.6 pounds in 1 week. That's great. Um, so I've been doing keto for 13 weeks today, and total I have lost, if I remember, I think I've lost like 8 or 9 pounds. I'm trying to remember, somewhere around there. I should have measured myself because my clothes that haven't fit me for a long time are fitting me. I can tell by looking at myself in the mirror, so that is good, and my blood sugars are good. That's the whole point. So they're not as good as I want them to be, but I know it's a process, and it's just going to take some time to get them down lower. Um, but I'm pleased with my progress, and looking forward to committing to doing some different kinds of challenges and stuff in the next few weeks, and just keep getting healthier and healthier. My next doctor's appointment is in October, and I really, really, really want to be as close to 6 or under as possible. That's my goal. That's for the A1C. In case you don't know what that is, they take your blood sugars for over a 3-month period and do an average of what your blood sugars are. My last one was 6.7, which is down from 7 point something. I think it was 7.0, which is down from my very highest of 12.7, which is ridiculously high. So I'm doing well. Um, totally forgot what I was going to say. I feel great, so that's good. I guess I'll come back in a little while and show you my first meal of the day. It's about 10 o'clock right now, maybe 10:15. So I'll probably eat in about 45 minutes or so. I'll probably eat around 11. I have felt hungry this morning. I didn't have a very big dinner. I think that's why. So I will check in with you later. What time is it? Real quick, someone tell me what time it is. Okay, 11:52. First meal of the day. 2 eggs with green salsa and aged cheddar cheese and 4 pieces of bacon. Some of those are halves, so it looks like more because I cut a couple of pieces in half. And my Soleil water and my 1 cup of Greek yogurt with raspberry lemonade flavoring. And over here we have my erythritol, which I'm going to be making some keto peanut butter cookies shortly, because I am going to I'm going to bring them to camp. It's going to be my camp food. Over here I'm cooking up lots of bacon. I just use Costco bacon. So that I can have it for every morning this week in little containers. So I'm just making up a lot of bacon. These are the containers I'm going to be using. I'm going to label them. So I'll have a little more than I actually need, but that'll be nice. And that's what we're doing right now. We're making some progress on packing. Well, we still have a big mess and lots of laundry to fold, but we're starting to, don't spill that, oh yeah. Starting to make some progress. I am actually packed clothing wise. I just need to get like odds and ends and toiletries and things like that. But here we go. I'm going to eat and I'll come back later. I'm going to try and show my plan for this week for food. So Tuesday morning, my plan is to do breakfast at home. Lunch is going to be a Premier protein drink and possibly a BLT. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually end up doing that. I might do something different. And then dinner is going to be beef stroganoff over cauliflower rice. Wednesday, sorry for that big stain on my paper, but Wednesday is going to be yogurt, bacon, deviled eggs, lunch protein Premier drink. Dinner shepherd's pie, which is ground beef with a cauliflower top. And then Thursday, same breakfast, yogurt, bacon, deviled eggs. Same lunch, Premier protein drink. Dinner, 2 stuffed hot dogs stuffed with cauliflower and cheddar cheese. And then Friday, breakfast is going to be the yogurt, bacon, and deviled eggs. And lunch is going to be a Premier protein drink because we're driving home. I've got my snacks here. I'm gonna have pickles, almonds, coconut. Possibly I'm gonna do coconut fat bombs, and keto peanut butter cookies. I'm gonna have my Soleil. I'm gonna also have Powerade. Actually, I'm gonna be doing the Gatorade Zeros, and then apple cider vinegar probably. Maybe not. I'm not sure. That might be kind of hard to figure out how to do, but that's my thing so far. Here is, oh no, not those eggs, sweetie. I already cooked some eggs. They're in the veggie drawer. Thank you. Sorry. So I've got my meal prep thing right here. So I've got my 3 yogurts because I'll be eating breakfast at home on Tuesday, tomorrow morning. So I don't need to worry about that. But I've got my things. I have a little bit of extra bacon in each one. So like, well, actually that one's just 4. I think this one has more and that one has more. I said cut some of my bacon in half, so it's kind of hard to tell what's what. But anyways, this is how I'm doing it, so I know what's what. Right now I'm about ready to make my deviled eggs, and I'm going to have my daughter make my keto peanut butter cookies. So we're going to use this for it, and then the erythritol and eggs. It's just a 3-ingredient cookie, and it's pretty easy. See, I'm over here watching a Michelle Rock video. I always watch my favorite YouTube keto things while I'm eating my food. It just helps me stay on track and not get distracted. And sometime soon, maybe next week, I'll do a video where I share all my different favorite keto people. But I really like Michelle Rock, like Keto Connect. I like Tammy, Keto in the Chaos. She's one of my favorites. I know her in real life, but also she's just fun. She does a lot of different stuff. But anyways, I'll do it for real. A couple weeks. That's Henry's. That's Henry's from Costco. It's his receipt. Throw it away. He doesn't know. He's forgotten all about it. Just throw it away. Okay, so, and here's my hard-boiled eggs. I hard-boiled them yesterday. Or maybe it was, yeah, I think it was yesterday. So I'm going to start making deviled eggs. Stick them over here. Sam's Club? That's a good question. We never shop at Sam's Club.
And it says member. I think it fell out of somebody's car.
Could it be? Just throw it in the trash. Anyway, I'm going to put my deviled eggs over here. And then I'll do this. I try to fit the things inside here. It doesn't work. So that's all right. They'll just be stacked separately on the thing. And I found the 2% Faye. I did not find a 0% in this little thing, which I'm sure they have them, but that's okay because it's still pretty good macros, especially because I want to make sure I have plenty of food to eat there because nothing at camp is keto friendly. So if I get myself in a pickle, I'm like literally in a pickle. I don't know what I'm going to do because they won't have anything I can really have. So anyway, that's why I'm bringing a lot of food. And if I end up bringing stuff home, that's fine. I probably won't though. I bet I'll eat it all. I will check in later. I'm going to have Claire video me doing this, the hard-boiled egg. So you want a video of me cracking it? So I had just do the egg, not me. So I had talked about the best way to do hard-boiled eggs. So you boil them with salt and baking soda in the water, and then as soon as they're done, you pour the hot water out and you dump a ton of ice into the pot and you let it sit there for a while. And then you put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the fridge, and they're great. So then you pop both sides to crack it, and then you kind of roll it like this to make sure it's all loose. And hopefully this will be as beautiful as the other ones. But yeah, see, they just kind of come right off. Sometimes they don't. I've had, you know, anomalies here and there where they don't work very good. But I don't know if it's a recipe, but that method works really well. Just rinse it off really well and put it on the plate. So go ahead and pause. So I have to apologize for how gross my sink is. Anyway, we do clean it. It's just that we're right in the middle of things. So here are my eggs. I'm going to have 2 per day. So right now I've got some shredded cheddar cheese in there. I'm going to add some mayo to that. And of course the yolks, and mash it up. And I'm going to do a little salt and pepper. No, I'm not doing bacon because that's going to be for my Tuesday lunch. So actually I think I'll have Claire maybe video me do this. So I have no idea how my hair looks, so I may look really terrible, but you know, I often do look terrible, so that's fine. So I got my stuff, so I'm gonna cut these in half. Just cut them in half like that. Pop it out. Set it down. Okay, go ahead and pause it. So I got this all done. I got them all ready. I've got them all in here. I'm putting a little bit of salt in here. And then pepper. I usually put paprika on top of my hard-boiled eggs. It just makes them pretty and gives them a nice flavor. However, I ran out. So these are going to be paprika-less. But usually you're going to want to do that. Okay. There's some crumbs on the top of this. I'm going to throw the crumbs away just a minute. Just focus on. So I'm gonna put a generous amount of mayo, maybe one more, and mash that up. I'm supposed to mash the stuff up before I put the mayo in there. Oh well, it's easier to do it that way so you can make sure it's all mashed well. Howdy, I'm videoing. How are you? Would you like to be in the video? Because you can be. Just get it. You want it the best. So okay, so don't copy this way. First, mash up the yolks, then add in the cheese and the mayo, because the smoother the yolk is, the tastier. This is going to be chunky and lumpy, but that's my own fault for not doing it in the right order. Oh well. So I'll come back in a minute. This is a better consistency. It's not quite as smooth as I want it. I think I'm going to add a smidge more mayo. I usually add, or not usually, but sometimes I add in bacon to my deviled eggs, which gives it a nice little zing. Everybody, when I make them like that and take them somewhere, people are always like, how do you make these? Bacon makes everything better. But since I'm going to be eating bacon with my breakfast, I'm not going to do this. Sometimes I have put pickle juice in here. I'm not going to this time because I don't know how it will last for a few days. If I do pickle juice, it's usually because I'm eating it like that same day. So this is just going to be simple with the yolks, mayo, and cheese, and salt and pepper. So that's how it is. And then, I'll just use this same spoon. You just dab it into the thing. I might have to do less. I might run out. You know, you can go through and fill all of them with a little bit just to make sure you have enough, and then go back and fill them back up. Thicker, more, full. And I'll come back in a minute and show you how they look when I'm done. How pretty they are? See how pretty they are? They look a lot prettier when I put paprika on them, but here we go. So I'm going to stick them all in here. There should be 4 per thing because it's 2 eggs total. So I hope they'll fit in here good. And then close it up. Just a second. So here we go. Putting the lid on. And that is my Wednesday breakfast. So I'll do that for all the rest of them. And then my breakfast will be done because I have my, yes, here we go, yogurt, that, ready to go. This does remind me, I will need silverware. Do they have silverware? So okay, I don't need to worry about it. Okay, so anyway, we'll check in later. Stop it. So I've got some onion here. I'm gonna start chopping it up to cook with my stroganoff and my shepherd's pie, and I have my Tuesday lunch with the bacon. I still haven't figured out what I'm doing with that bacon. I got some cheese ready to go. Claire's gonna take over. I'm gonna come around this way probably. Can you see? I'm just gonna chop this up. Actually, we're not gonna video me chopping this up because I actually am terrible at chopping up. So here's my onion. I've got 2 pans over here. And I'm going to add butter to both of them.
Need a twist.
I might have done this a little too high. Okay. That one will be for my stroganoff, because it needs, stroganoff calls for butter. Well, that still might be too much. There we go. Maybe a smidge more. Then I'm going to add the onion to this and cook them both at the same time. I'm putting onions in both. So this is my stroganoff one. This is my shepherd's pie one. And I'm just actually making these up a little bit. Okay. So this is the stroganoff thing. I just put a little garlic in there with the onion and butter. This is the shepherd's pie, same thing, exactly the same base. This is how it's going to be. So then I'm going to add 2 hamburgers per, which is actually a little more protein than I probably need. I'm actually starting to wonder if I should do that. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, so I'm going to have a really protein-rich week. Oh well. Not the super best for my diabetes blood sugar, but it's going to keep me really full and hopefully make it so I don't want to eat anything else. And if I have leftovers, then that's good because, I mean, I always have leftovers. So I'm going to put a lid on these and have them on low. And I'll just chop up the meat as it defrosts. And to the stroganoff pan, I'm going to add different stuff, and this will be different as well. So we'll come back into that later. Yeah. Okay, so I chopped this meat up. Chop up. Just chop it up like this. Easy peasy. Okay. Salt in both of them. I'm generous with the salt because pink salt is a little less salty-ish, in my opinion, than white salt. And I do not like bland food. Pepper in both.
The joke is hard, but I'm very excited.
We'll look from that one. Okay, nutmeg in the stroganoff. You want nutmeg in your stroganoff. I'll put that one away so I don't accidentally use it for this. And on this one, I'm doing a smidge of onion powder. That was garlic powder, sorry, and a smidge of onion powder. Since I already did onion and garlic in here natural, then I only am going to put a tiny bit of both of those in there. And then I'll just stir them up. So this one I'm gonna next I'm gonna chop up some mushrooms and cook them in here. So that one's gonna be done, and then this one is gonna be done. So I'm just gonna layer it in the bottom of the pan, and then I'm gonna put cauliflower mash after I make some on top with cheese. This is gonna be really simple and basic. I've never made shepherd's pie this way before, keto wise I mean. I think I've only made it for my family in the past a couple of times anyway. I think there are other ways to do this, maybe like with an egg or something, I don't know, but I'm making mine simple. I just want meat with seasonings and cauliflower mash and cheese on top. So we will check back later. So I chopped up some mushrooms and I'm just going to cook them in here with the lid on for a couple minutes so they get soft, and then I'll add in the sour cream. So, I'm going to add in some sour cream. That is probably about a half of a cup, is my guess. So let me stir it up and see how it looks. So I used 2 mushrooms. I don't think I said that in the last video, but now I got the sour cream in here. I might add a smidge more. It's a lot of sour cream, so maybe not. I've got my cauliflower over here, cooking it so that I can make rice and cauliflower mash for the other 2 meals. So I'll show that when I do it. But yeah, I think this might actually end up being enough sour cream. It's quite a bit anyway. This is maybe going to end up to be being too much food. But that's okay. It's better to have too much than not enough. And if I'm not able to finish it all, I'm sure my daughters will be happy to share. So I'm just going to turn that off and keep it warm over here. That one should be fine. Okay, we'll check that. So I'm making a little stroganoff. I mean, not stroganoff. This is the shepherd's pie. I'm gonna make it.
Where is it?
Hey, Tally, I'm trying to video. Thanks. I'm making this just half. Hopefully it won't lose too much over, but if it does it, I can just squish it down. So there's that.
Where is it?
Hold on. So I cooked the cauliflower. This actually might have got cooked a smidge too much. But I cooked it, and then now I put it on some paper towel as I chop it up. This is how I make my cauliflower rice. It's just cheaper than buying the frozen cauliflower rice that everyone does. Which I think is a lot more convenient, but I have to be very careful with the budget with all my many children to feed, so this is how I do it. So I should have put it in there. So I'm going to put this in here. This is, as you saw, 2 little flowers, or I call them bunches, but I don't know what the Ezra, hold on. I don't know what the technical term is. Florets, flowers, I don't know. So it's got 2 of them, and chop them up small. So I leave some bigger chunks in there sometimes too, just for a little texture. If you don't like it, chop them up more so they're like super small. But I do it on a towel, paper towel, just because I want to make sure that any of the extra water drains and gets off. And I'm not going to season this or anything. I'm just going to put the stroganoff right on top of it. So there's that, and I'll go grab the stroganoff. Claire, you want to pause? So here we go. And the stroganoff on top. So that looks like a lot of food to me. So it's interesting to see if I actually finish it or not. You can pause it. So put my name on the top. Tuesday dinner. So 1 dinner down. We will come back. Just stop. I've never made cauliflower mash before. Oh no, that's not true. I did a long time ago. I don't remember how I made it, but I've got all these bunches, and this is probably gonna be too much, but I'm gonna put all this butter in there. It's like probably a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm gonna put some heavy whipping cream in here. I don't know, that was maybe a 1/4 or a 1/3 of a cup or so. I'll let that melt for a minute and come back, and then I'll blend it up. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna I'll try and mash up the cauliflower before I turn it on a little bit with the beaters. Gonna add in some salt and pepper. That's probably good. Just so you know, this shaker doesn't come out very well. So it seems like I put a ton in there, but I actually really didn't. That's probably good. Pepper. Oscar, come in here and have some more chicken, bud. How many chickens did he have? Give her another piece. Shit. No.
Yeah, she did.
Did she seriously have 5 or 6 pieces of chicken? Start it. Okay, so the mixer's not working, so I'm trying the blender. I think this might be too liquidy. I think that may be part of the problem. We'll see what happens here. Let's try So, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. So this is going to be really super liquidy. I think I should have squeezed the water out of the cauliflower first. Okay, so this is super liquidy, but we're gonna have to just make do. So, well, I can't. You have to squeeze the cauliflower out before you use it. So this is gonna be kind of strange, but you know what? It is what it is. Thank you, Tally. So when I was a kid, we used to make something called stuffed dogs, and they were hot dogs with mashed potatoes in them and cheese on top. So I'm going to be doing that, except of course I'm using this cauliflower mash. And so I have a lot of mash left over, and it's actually like you could drink it. So who knows, I might have some of that tonight with like a hamburger patty or something. Anyway, see? I don't know if this would like freeze. That might be weird. Anyway, then I'm going to sprinkle this cheese on the top of both of these. I'm going to cook them in the oven and then stick them in my things because they have to be already cooked and then just microwave back up for the camp. So there we go. And I think I've made all my meals now. So, because I'm making my lunches easy of just having a premier protein drink. So there we go. I'll stick them in the oven and I'll show you what they look like when they're done cooking. So, is it on? Here we go. Here's the shepherd's pie. Oh gosh. Yeah, I forgot to spray the pan, but that's okay. It's super oily anyways. So that's good. Okay. Hurt myself in the oven. You can't really see it, but boy, it hurts. And here are the stuffed pigs. Yeah, hot dogs with the cauliflower mash and cheese. Stuffed pig. So we're done. Just got to put their lids on. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna put their lids on. Thursday dinner. Wednesday dinner. Here we go. And they are over here with my Tuesday dinner. My Tuesday lunch, I need to go to the store and get lettuce and tomato because I'm going to go ahead and do the BLT, but I don't have any lettuce or tomatoes, so I'll stick these in the fridge and I'm done with my meal prep. So I was looking for an old recipe on here and found some old videos when I first started doing well, actually, I think I had been doing keto for about a month in this picture. So I was really surprised that I actually can see a huge difference in my face based on these pictures and these videos and the ones I'm doing now. So maybe it doesn't seem like I'm losing a whole lot of weight, but I'm obviously trimming up because my face looks way thinner now than it did 2 months ago. So that was actually pretty exciting for me. This is one of my homeschool videos. So anyway, I'll see if I can find a couple more. Okay, so this is around the same time period, and my face doesn't look as bad in the other one, so it must have been the angle, but I still feel like I see a huge difference in my face from then to now. So I'm pleased with that. It may not be a lot on the scale, but I'm doing some good changes. I am so tired. It has been such an incredibly long day. I got all my food ready. I got all my stuff packed and everything. I have some odds and ends to do in the morning. I got my vitamins together. Just everything. It just takes a lot of stuff to be keto and camp. More than I thought. It's gonna be great. But it's like 9:20. I have not even eaten. I'm just now just gonna cook some chicken and butter. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it on the side. I don't even feel hungry. I'm just exhausted. I want to go to bed, but I'm going to finish out today and get this video up, and I'll be getting up early in the morning to do last minute things for camp, and I got to stop over at Walmart and get some ice, so that's something I got to do. I will check in probably maybe Saturday with some video from my week and how things went. I did show you my menu, so I'm going to try and stick to my menu as much as possible. So I did find these at Walmart. I've seen Lori from Salt and Light, which is another channel I really enjoy. They don't only have a few things they just started, but I really like theirs. And then of course Tammy from Keto and the Chaos, I believe has shown them. So I got those. I have them kind of as a backup for camp because I just thought might be good to have those on hand if I was in a pickle or if the protein drink thing wasn't really working out. So I also made the peanut butter. I don't even think you can see them, and they're very good. I double Ziploc bag them so they won't have a freezer taste. But the keto peanut butter cookies, and I used erythritol this time. And a little piece broke off, so I ate it to try it, and I already could taste the way it's way better. I just don't like stevia. Stevia is not a good sweetener in my opinion. So I've got these. They're frozen. I'm going to bring these and put them in the freezer up at camp. And if I need them, I'll eat them. If not, I probably won't. I don't know. I don't want to waste them. So I don't know. Maybe I'll bring them up to camp. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just bring a few of them up to camp. I haven't decided that. I'm going to figure that out in the morning. But I am glad that those keto peanut butter cookies are actually pretty tasty. And they're only 3 ingredients. They're super easy to make. And they are my favorite straight out of the freezer. I know I said that in the video where I showed how to make them, but I just want to remind people that they are so great straight out of the freezer. Alright, so I will check in when I have food. So I got paprika, so now my deviled eggs look like they should. Well, the lighting in here is terrible, but that is a few slices of chicken with some cheese and sour cream and green chili salsa. And then here's my lunch for tomorrow that I was going to do a BLT. I went ahead and bought lettuce and tomato, and then I've got the bacon in there. I got them folded over and shoved in there, so I'm set. Fix my paprika on my deviled eggs, and that's a wrap.